Hello and welcome to another episode of Spare Time Gardening with me, Simon. Here I am in the greenhouse and you can see lots of tomatoes around us. So now it's a time of the year when the garden starts getting tired and we start wrapping up for the end of the season. It's now October, so we're going to have a quick tour. We'll have a tour in the greenhouse. We'll also have a tour around the borders. We'll have a tour around the veg patch, although there's nothing much happening on there at the minute. But October's been a bit of a strange month. I don't know what it's like where you are, but certainly here in South Yorkshire we've had extremes of temperatures. It's been as high as 24 degrees Celsius in October. We've then had severe high winds and storms, which has blown over my sunflowers. Those didn't stand up to the challenges of the wind. And then also we've had torrential rain and thunder and lightning. So it's been a bit of a topsy-turvy type of month. But let's have a tour around the garden. Let's have a look and see what's happening. Enjoy. Let's have a look in the greenhouse then. So still plenty of ripe tomatoes to pick, but the tomatoes have certainly come to the end of their life now. But as I said, there's plenty of tomatoes there that I need to pick. The sweet aperitif, there's still, like I said, lots of the sweetest little tomatoes to pick. But it won't be long now before we're cleaning out the greenhouse. The cucumber went right across the back, and as you can see down here I still have flowers even though it's mid-October, and there's a cucumber just ripening up there now. That's probably going to be the last cucumber of the season, I would have thought, because the rest of it is looking very tired, very dry. Let's have a quick look at the chillies then. So these weren't transplanted into bigger pots, but plenty of chillies on that. This is the basket of fire variety, done really well. And over here, the ones that I did transplant, hundreds of chillies. So I'm gonna pick those, and I've read that you can just pop them in the freezer. So pop them in the freezer bag and just freeze them, and then use them as and when we need them. So I'm gonna pick a load of those before we get any cold snap, and I might even try putting them in the conservatory to overwinter them and see if we can keep them going over winter. I understand that provided you keep them at a decent temperature, you can overwinter this variety. So we'll see. So let's have a look around the garden now that we're in mid-October. So interestingly, the lavender is still flowering, which is amazing. Still doing really well with flowering. The grape is starting to turn now as the nights are definitely drawing in. It's getting dark, certainly here in South Yorkshire at around about 7 o'clock, so nights are definitely drawing in. But it's done really well this year. It's gone a little bit mad, but it's nice to see. There we go, the busy little bumblebees still busy collecting nectar. So let's have a look at the bottom border. Bit of wind damage. I don't know if you've had any high winds. We certainly have here in South Yorkshire, and I think we're due another storm over this weekend. The silver birch tree is doing really well here. Look how high that is now. I don't know if you can just make it out, that's really high. But the zinnias coming to the end. The dahlias, although they're still flowering and need deadheading, they're coming to the end of the season as well. The other silver birch tree, let's get from a slightly different angle. This one's not as tall as the other one, but still doing really well. So I'm hoping that the bark on the main stem, we're going to get that nice bright white eventually. And it's nice to see a geranium there still flowering. And some, just noticed there, a snapdragon and lobelia as well. So as you'll see, the grass does need a cut. And if I look at the allotment, how tired does that look? We've got a sunflower. That's the tallest sunflower I grew, over 12 foot 3 it grew to, but sustained damage by the wind and blew off. The courgettes, yep, need digging up. In fact, the whole allotment needs digging over now. Although the strawberries are still doing great, the rhubarb seems to have come to an end this year. And I've got noticed in there just lots of little strawberry runners, so we'll dig those up and use those as additional plants for this next coming season. Celery is still looking great. You'll notice here the begonia basket. This was on the front of the house. Due to the sheer weight of the basket and the amount of flowers, it pulled the bracket off the wall, so I've had to move that. Again, due to high winds, and as you'll see, the other two sunflowers looking rather sad and windswept. And just looking down now, here's another one that was snapped off at the stem. Just the sheer force of the wind. So the hanging baskets had it now. We'll dig out the geraniums and the begonias, we'll save those for next year. The perennial sweet pea, no more flowers, plenty of seed pods. Not sure whether to save those and use them. But the bottom border, again, looking windswept, very autumnal as things start to die back and rest for winter. All the baskets are pretty much the same, looking yellow, brown, just need digging out now. The wisteria, again, yellow leaves as autumn is upon us. And we'll get the yellowing now of all the leaves as things die back and rest for winter. Just another sunflower, look, right in my way. Again, massive sunflower head, but just caught by the wind. A quick look at the last remaining baskets. We've got begonias, still looking great. All the flowers still doing really well, and the geraniums looking lovely as well. But it's that time of year now we're going to have to start thinking about digging up, revitalising the garden for next year. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe by clicking the subscribe button. And please feel free to leave your comments and feedback below. I'd love to hear from you, so don't be shy, and of course I'll reply. See you soon.